I chose Mary Fisher's speech to the 1992 Republican National Convention, A Whisper of AIDS. After divorcing her husband, he revealed to her that he was HIV positive. Mary found out that she also tested positive for HIV. Her message was not to find sympathy, but to raise awareness surrounding this epidemic. She decided to come forward to lift the shroud of silence. At the time of her speech, more than 200,000 Americans were dead or were dying from AIDS. She pointed out that we were killing each other with our ignorance, our prejudice, and our silence. She was aiming to have the world understand that HIV and AIDS has no concern for who you are, who you love, where you are from, what you have done, or which political side you are on. She made some very excellent points. The only question asked by HIV is, are you human? I feel it is necessary to share several quotes directly from her speech, as there is no way to summarize them and still convey the same message. People who have been struck by HIV, she says, each of them are exactly what God made, a person, not evil deserving of our judgment, not victims longing for our pity, people ready for support and worthy of compassion. She went on to admonish us in this way: we must be consistent if we are to be believed. We cannot love justice and ignore prejudice, love our children and fear to teach them. We must act as eloquently as we speak, else we have no integrity. Mary went on to explain her support system of family and friends and how they had brought her through dark times already. She shared her knowledge that not everyone affected by this horrible virus has that support. She also explained that we should be ashamed of our silence. To those still suffering in silence, she rallied with, "Have courage and you will find support." She went on to explain that she hoped she had shown her children that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the strength to act wisely when most of us are afraid. As a member of the LGBT+ community, this message touched me personally. During the mid to late 80s and early 90s, we lost too many lives due to our own ignorance, fear, and silence. As a member of the addiction recovery community, this message can be applied to the current stigma surrounding addiction, overdose, treatment, and recovery. Mary Fisher is still living with HIV and continues to be an activist, advocate, artist, and author. She gives another excellent speech on how to overcome the pains of life. You can find this on TED Talks. During the 1992 speech, Mary has excellent eye contact. She consistently scans the audience and seems to talk directly to each and every person, including the camera that broadcast her speech to over 27 million homes. She used facial expressions to show the seriousness of her message. She paused for emphasis when necessary and let her words linger in the air before sinking in. Mary kept her composure and allowed for audience reactions to her words. She seemed very well prepared. She may have been using a teleprompter, but was not tied to it, leading me to believe that she had spent sufficient time preparing. This was by far one of the best speeches I've ever heard.